What up, motherfuckers? Welcome back to Pics It Didn't Happen. I am the Jewbag Fats King. I am joined by my brother, the Yeti. You want to say what's up, homie?
What up, motherfuckers? I'm back. Yeah.
And we have an extra special guest to talk about our extra special subject today. We are joined by D.E.A.N, Destiny, Everything, and Nothing. What's good, brother?
Chilling, man. Chilling, recovering. Holy shit.
Hey, you ain't fucking never told a lie with that shit, man. We will get to that subject in a second. We are here to talk about Camp Xul. If you were not at the first official Camp Xul, I'm not going to say you fucked up because, you know, things happen, but you missed out. I'll be nice about it. You missed out big time. It was probably the event of the underground this year or in a long, long fucking time.
So with it being, small and, just the first year, there's obviously plans of expanding this event and making it an annual thing.
I mean, I can't say a whole lot, but I was told some things by some vendors, and if what they're saying is true, yeah, this is going to be big.
Well, and that's what I'm sort of getting at. If it continues to grow, obviously it's not going to have the same feel. Is that something that we're going to be able to try to hold on to, or is it going to become a gathering or an Astro where more and more people are coming? Because I just want to see what this is about.
No, I genuinely don't see it becoming a gathering in Astro because there won't be a drug bridge, and it'll be too cold to be having sex in public.
All right, so
Right.
we've hammered away those two problems.
Hey, I'm going to be honest, man. I feel like 08, 09 was the pinnacle of how far we could go with the gathering. After that, it was just downhill, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And also for this, I don't think it's gonna be like as long as it stays this formula, you know, with underground artists like us. I mean, I hope we will all continue to grow together so that the numbers over the years will substantially rise as all of us are continuing to make noise. But I mean, even if it does get bigger, good for the boys. You know what I mean? I don't
Yeah,
think
exactly. But speaking of them, I don't see them letting it become that unruly and, like, I'll be honest. I picked up trash. Those little beautiful fucking flower plants, planters they had in front of the lines and shit when you first walk in. The first day after the second day when I came back, I picked up all the trash that was in that motherfucker. Because come on, guys, let's not do that. These people are letting us come to their establishment. They work here and shit. This isn't like a park or a place where festivals happen. This was a prototype. We were trying out what happens if you run a fucking music festival inside a haunt.
Well, I mean, honestly, the people at those parks, they have to clean that shit up too. So you should be responsible and clean up your mess. And I think hopefully with what you guys are saying, we can sort of start that culture from the very beginning that, hey, we're not going to accept you being disrespectful and leaving your entire campsite just there and walking away. We're going to.
Yeah, no, we're not okay with that. But I will say this. I did have to leave my tent unattended for the night because I'd already pitched it and set it up, and I'd already had shit in it when I left, and I had far too much acid to carry everything in me to carry everything back to the car.
Well,
So
you came back for it though.
well, I did, but follow me, okay? If I'd have done that at the gathering, I'd have got robbed blind.
Oh yeah, that would happen too. Absolutely.
And that's not even me talking shit. That's just the truth. It's the truth. If people would have tried to hit me up inside my tent were four very valuable faces. There was at least $500 just setting in my tent, but nothing was gone. Nothing was taken. There was a quarter of really, really, really good weed. Nothing was taken. Nothing was gone.
And I noticed there was a lot of people actually reaching out within the Facebook groups, trying to contact people. Hey, did you lose a mask? Tell me where and what it was.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. People were dropping shit. Nobody was like, "Ha ha, ground score." It was, "Oh damn, this dude lost this. I got to find out who dropped it."
Absolutely.
Right. Yeah, I saw that a few times with beanies and all kinds of shit. One thing I do think is funny. Somebody went around and left mustard packets everywhere, though.
I know exactly who that was. Dude's name's Joke Nasty. He definitely thought that was fucking hilarious. I wonder if Lee Carver noticed.
Right.
I don't keep seeing all this stuff.
Speaking of Lee himself, he busted his ass and fell right in the fucking mud. So nobody was immune to the mud, and there was a lot of it.
Oh yeah.
It was like uh, the fact that right in and of itself, the fact that everybody was wet and muddy on the bottom of their pants, but nobody was miserable. Like nobody was upset about the weather. I keep coming back to that because it blows my mind. You know, if it rains at the gathering, people fucking lose their mind.
Well, that's because they don't prepare at all, and they're not gonna, and they don't help each other out. I mean, some do. Obviously, there are groups that do, but
There are,
the
and
majority is not.
I seen several people here handing out hand warmers and shit like that
Yep.
to anybody who was cold.
Yeah, yeah. Usually, that's you're if you're with your crew because everybody has a damn crew. They might have your back, maybe.
That's something
Maybe
else. No,
both of them.
nobody was clicked up. We were all one big fucking crew.
Absolutely. Now, uh, onto the music side of everything. I obviously didn't catch any of the shows. I was there for an interview we did, and I went home. What was that like? Like, did everything run smoothly?
Fucking
Yeah,
phenomenal.
actually, yeah, everything ran really fucking smooth, and everybody brought the fucking heat. There really wasn't a bad set from anyone.
Because
I'm sad there was a few of them that I did miss, like Diabolic and shit.
I did
Um,
miss Diabolic. I was very unhappy about that. I did catch SON though. I actually got to get on fucking stage at the end of his set. That was fucking awesome.
that was dope.
Your
Fucking
set was when we were doing our interview, but I got to walk out and catch the end of it, so I did get to see you.
which actually means your music is totally in the background. You can hear it fairly well. So we tried
That's
our best,
awesome.
but it's there.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck
So
yeah,
where
brutal.
second stage was, we were inside that little fucking place with the train in front of it.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, man. I mean, we had an absolute blast, bro. Everybody that was there was into it. Um, got chants going, all kinds of fucking. It was just fun, man. We threw out balloons, we threw out body parts, um, and everybody that caught a body part, took it home and had messaged me the next day. Hey, bro, thanks for the leg.
And that's something else. Like there was nobody that was like too cool for school. Everybody was there just kind of rocking out to the music. You know what I mean? If you were at the stage, you were having a good time.
Right, right. But yeah, everybody fucking killed that, man. From the very first opener, Noise 13, big homie from Canada, of
Most
all the way
most.
to fucking the very last night, man. Everybody fucking killed that shit. I'm so fucking proud to be a part of this scene, man. Nasty fans
That's
of
the
the
brother.
are the
Yep.
fucking epitome of rock stars, man. I'll say
They
it.
blew they blew a fucking tire on the way there. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Like
Only
that
the
didn't
luck
look
of
like
a
a
only the
blowout.
luck of a fucking hooligan, man.
That looked like a cut. Like that was a ridiculous blowout, if you will. I don't know how the hell that happens.
I don't know, but when they were on stage, like there were a lot of people who got exposed to a lot of people who haven't heard them before. Like you, Dean, a bunch of people, everybody got a lot of exposure. Like we don't like everybody talks about exposure like it's a bad word, and it kind of is if you're getting paid in it. But this event definitely opened a lot of eyes to a lot of acts.
Right. And it's dope because you know, there were some things that kind of overlapped, but it wasn't like overwhelming, So if somebody was there strictly for the music, you had the opportunity to see every set and not really miss out on something that was like super important and stuff. Or if you wanted to go see
One of the
one of the
seminars.
panels or something, yeah, you still had time to catch at least 5 minutes of somebody's set that was playing. So
Yeah,
I don't know.
the spacing out was really good, except for one of my personal plans. I'll get to that in a second. One of my personal plans and Sky Swamp ended up meeting against each other, but we'll talk about that in a second.
Oh
Um,
yeah,
the thing that I want to come back to is again just the politeness of everybody. Nobody was pushing hard in the lines for the Emporium. Everybody took their time. Everybody was very, very, even in the pit. As funny as this sounds, even in the pit, everybody was nice, even though we were beating the shit out of each other. And you know what I mean? It was a really heartwarming feeling, and something I haven't felt in the scene in a very long time.
Right.
Yeah.
Man, it
So
was super dope.
day two um, was so actually I'll go back to it. Uh, the night one had Boondocks or had Buckshot, Boondocks, and Zool. Their first performance, everybody was speculating since they had two performances planned what they were going to do. They did a lot of the happier tracks if they have any. It was more of a party atmosphere, and there was still a mosh pit because it's Zool. Boondocks killed it as well. Buckshot was good because he's always good. Uh, this lineup was better than I've seen anybody have at any event, at least in the last 5 years. You know what I mean?
Best act of the entire thing though was Joe Black in a skirt. I
Oh
paid
fuck yeah!
attention.
Joey Black in a skirt is a sight you will never ever 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 unsee. No,
I
no matter
love
how
it.
I fucking I made a meme out of it, and everybody loved that shit too. It was it was funny because we were in line when Alyssa was trying to come up with the idea. She came up to a bunch of the girls that were in the line and asked if anybody had a skirt or a dress. Oh boy, I did not know how big of a plan she had. So
So you were talking about being able to catch all the different things and the planning going very well, having a strong lineup. Do you think part of that is because it's not bloated with 3 stages over 5 days? So you just have all these random acts and people kind of just like, there's too many. I don't even want to try to figure out
yeah,
who's good, who's not.
yeah, you're absolutely right. 2 days was a perfect setup for this, and and pretty much from the beginning to the end, there was always someone on stage or something going on. But it wasn't like Dean said, it wasn't this big overlap where if you were at the seminar, you completely missed somebody's whole set. Like there was, and shout out to the homie Jay Roman who was fucking, and Rick Mole and fucking Jimmy who pretty much overseen this whole thing.
those guys are those guys, especially Rick, are just always so busy. No matter what it is, they always put in way more effort than most other people that are doing the same.
Our
I hope
scene
he
is
took a
our
fucking
scene
nap,
is very
man.
lucky to have them.
Absolutely, absolutely. But even day one, when I showed up to get my credentials and shit from Rick, he looked fucking beat. But then 10 hours later, I see him and he's still just bebopping along, getting his shit done. And I'm like, damn, man, that man's a beast.
Yep, he really does work it. Uh, night two, uh, the only stale. Okay, sorry, there is another bit of staleness. Light didn't show up for night two.
Yeah, I heard about that. Boarding now.
All right, before we get up into the wrap up phase, I just want to say one more thing that's fucking just shows how much love is really in this Zooligan community in this side of the underground. Uh, Dean's homie, I guess what would you be? He's one of your stage guys, right?
Yeah, he's one of the monsters, the goons.
Yeah, yeah. So he was able to purchase his first face at the Emporium this year, but it looked like he was going to have to sell it because he couldn't find the gas money to make it home. Well, I want you guys to hear this just to show the love that's in this community. A small group of people put themselves together and got him home without him having to sell his mask.
And that was so fucking dope, man. Because like, we were kind of stressing on getting home. I helped homie out and fed him the whole weekend and stuff. Made sure he had a full belly and a good time. And we got home and we were like, fuck, we're like super strapped now. So I don't know, man. So, but he posted that, man, and everybody's Superman that shit. So
Yep.
now I've never seen that happen before, honestly.
Yeah, it was a great feeling. I also was able to help the homie killer, Steve Donnelly. Him and his old lady they were only $60 shy from being able to make it. They thought they were gonna have to miss it. This would have been their honeymoon. Dude, $60 ain't shit. I threw that to them so they could make it. There's love here that you ain't gonna feel anywhere else. And I just want to hammer that fucking home. Any old juggalos, most of us have become Zooligans. Let's just be honest.
Not me.
Right,
I'm a fun time
100%.
guy.
Yeah. God damn it.
I think you and like 8 other people.
Yeah.
Well, like garbage cans.
Yep. So, in closing, do you want to add anything, Dean, to what this
I will.
was? Or
I will say a couple things. One, really cool thing happened to me. Dude came up to me and was like, "Yo, do you remember the first time I saw you?" And I was like, "No, I don't." And he was like, "The Gospel of the Grave tour." And I was like, "Bro, that was like 15 fucking years ago." So I was like, "Hell yeah!" So somebody that saw me as a child and got to see this show, and he was like, "Dude, you progressed so much." So that meant a lot to me. And then just all the new faces that came up and gave me love, and not only that, the artists that were there that came up and gave me love. That shit means a lot. Like you said earlier, nobody was trying to play the cool kid or stun on anybody. It was literally all fucking love, man. So again, that shit was just super dope, super dope. I'm so glad I went.
I want to give one more shout out to Cody Manson and his one man Fago Armageddon on night 1.
Yeah.
Love you, bro. You're the fucking best. But yeah, so this is can't miss. I know they're going to do it again. I for a fact know they'll do it again, and I